Welcome back to the Stephan Show. My name is Graham, and welcome to my show, and I gotta come clean here, but originally I was on the fence of whether or not I should react to this video, because every single time I do a reaction from GQ Sports, what happens? It just never performs that well. It's actually one of the worst performing videos here on the channel for some reason. It's either people are not interested in it, or the algorithm is just like,
no, we can't have this. We can't have this being promoted. No views, no views.
So I figured I'm gonna put it on hold, but to my amazement, so many people have been asking me to react to this video that I can't ignore it any longer. So today we're gonna be watching and reacting to this video. It's called oh geez, how do I pronounce that? I'm gonna butcher this so badly. How Tua Tagovailoa spent his first $1M in the NFL, wait for it, my first million, wait for it again, GQ Sports. Now I gotta find out how to pronounce his name so I never say his name incorrectly ever again. Let's see, how do we do this?
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to
Jeez, it didn't even say his name there. He probably purposely avoided saying his name because he didn't know how to pronounce it either. Gee, they don't say his name.
Play here so far in the first. This at Oregon, it was like,
well, 2 videos now. They don't say his name. Come on. Again, it doesn't show his name.
this is what I meant when I said he set the kind of record only he could set. He has now beaten Jacksonville with 6 different teams.
They don't say his name. Seriously, I've watched like 3-4 videos now. Let's see.
What's going on, guys? Kai Shen Chisholm here for 5 Reasons Sports Network, and today we're going to be talking about the Miami Dolphins and more specifically Tua Tagovailoa. And I know.
Oh, he said it. He said it. This is how you say it. Okay, Tua
Tagovailoa, and
Tua Tagovailoa. I'm assuming that's correct. So anyway, let's see how he spends his first $1 million in the NFL. Wait for it. Smash the like button. With that said, let's begin the video here.
What's up, everyone? This is Tua Tagovailoa, and this is how I spent and saved my first $1 million.
Oh, I did all that work. And I could have just watched the first like 8 seconds of the video. Okay, anyway, he says it himself.
how did you kind of get interested in football?
I think football has always been something that I've always loved. My parents try to get me to play other sports such as baseball and basketball, but for me it just wasn't the same.
Yeah, he looks massive. He looks like genetically he's built for football. How tall is he? How big is he? Too good. I don't. Okay, here we go. Okay, 6 foot. 6 foot. Okay. Oh wow. Wow. His full name. Man, this is going to be a wild one to pronounce. Tuanigam Anualepoloa Tagovailoa. That's a mouthful.
What was your first job you ever had?
Yeah, my first job I've ever had was my chores, and that was it. I never worked any other job aside from my chores, so.
That's incredible. That's the thing. When you're that good, why waste? Why do anything else? When you're that good, you're cherry picked from the very beginning. They're gonna grab you as soon as they possibly can. That's amazing for him that he gets to do what he loves every single day, and that's been the only thing he's done. So I think that's pretty neat.
I'm gonna be living off of my marketing money, so the endorsement money that I get, and then everything else is just put to the side.
Wow, good for him. Good for him. You know, fun fact, that's actually called the Leno Method. I'm not actually sure if that's what it was called, but basically, Jay Leno said he never spent his money from The Tonight Show. None of it. He only lived off the money that he made doing comedy tours. So whatever he made in comedy tours, he just spent that. But The Tonight Show, that was unspendable. And in fact, I even did something similar when I was working as a real estate agent. I would never touch any of those commissions. I only spent whatever the rental properties made me. And that was it. That way, lived on the rental income, invested the rest, and as the rental income grew, I could spend a little bit more money each and every year. He's doing something pretty similar here, and I'm all for it. Very, very, very smart.
At the end of every month, my financial advisors give me a breakdown on what I spent, how much I spent this month, and really that's all it is.
It's crazy to think those financial advisors are probably taking like 1 to, I'm guessing maybe like 3% of his income, just to sit there and tell him at the end of the month, here's what you spent money on. No more Starbucks. Don't lease that Mercedes G-Wagon. cut back over here. But you know what? For a lot of people, I do think spending 3% to save 15% that they otherwise would have spent is worth it.
So do you remember how much your deal was worth total?
I don't really remember the total amount of my contract, but you can see it right here.
Wow, okay, so let's see. 4-year, $30.2 million contract plus $19 million signing bonus. Holy crap. 4 years, $50 million. 4 years, 50 mil. At like 18, 19 years old, I wish I can get into football. God, I'm not tall, I'm not tall enough. I can't run. I don't weigh enough. I'm not that good at sports. If I could, 50 mil, gosh, that's a lot.
All right, so we talked about how I saved my money. Now, let's talk about how I spent the money. You guys might have seen this on my social media, but the first thing that I bought was a car. I bought a car from my mom. It was a 2020 Escalade.
Why buy a new car? See, this is the one thing. I love that he's doing a nice gesture for his parents. I love that. But you don't need a 2020. Get the 2018, save 35%. Use the 35%. Do something else for your parents. The new car, your parents just lost 20 grand in value just that first day for an Escalade.
I actually trusted my marketing guys to help me with that. And so literally on Mother's Day, I ended up calling my marketing team and asked them if they could help me get a car. And you know, my mom was very happy. She was excited to get the car. She always wanted a really nice and big family car. And so that's why I got her that car.
How do you one-up that though? That's the problem, is that every year you want to maintain at least that or do a little bit better. Like you have to raise the gifts with inflation. So you can't just do $100 a year, let's say as a Mother's Day present, without accounting for inflation, because then that $100 is worth less. So how is he going to top this? He started up too high. He's got to start it lower, and then every year just get them better and better and better. That's what I would do.
So car for mom, $80,000. So after I got my mom a car, I ended up getting myself 2 cars. I ended up getting a Ford Flex and then a BMW i8.
Wow, a Ford Flex, did not expect that. And the BMW i8s, I actually think are good cars as long as you don't buy them new. New, they depreciate faster than anything, but used, at like 55 grand, I do think they're actually a pretty good value.
The reason behind me getting 2 cars is, one, so when my parents or my family members come, you know, they can use one of those cars. And then the other one I got because I knew no one else could get down, you know, that low in the car. And so I knew no one else would want to drive it. The Ford Flex, I'd like to say, was about 40.
Ford Flexes are 40 grand? Am I just that out of touch with Ford? Gosh. Well, I guess brand new, fully loaded, the Ford Flex is about, yeah, they're about that. I did not know that. There we go. The more you know, guys.
It was about 40,000. There you go. And then the BMW was about the same as mom's Escalade.
All right, so you spent 80 grand on the car. See, I'd go for a car with like 30,000 miles on it. Pay about 55K for the car. It's always going to be worth probably 30 to 50 in a few years from now, so you're not going to lose that much money. I'm actually okay with the i8 purchase.
You know, I'm one of those guys, I just look at whatever I have in my closet and I'm going to wear it. But what helps, you know, is being endorsed, and so being able to have them send over things and, you know, wear them, use them. Even the shoes and flip-flops. It helps save me money at the same time because I don't go out shopping anyway.
Wow, I want to meet this guy. I honestly feel like we have so much in common and we share a lot of the same financial habits. And you know what? I'm going to send him a DM on Instagram. Let's see if he'll get back to me. I would love this. Maybe make a new friend or something. Hold on one sec. Hey man, just saw your GQ video. I'll be reacting to it. All right, let's see. Let's see if he gets back to me. Would be very interesting.
For jewelry, I ended up getting my dad a watch, one of the Rolex watches. It was one of their classic signature watches.
There we go. Thanks, Grant. So by the way, for those who have not seen the previous video, a subscriber, Grant Navarre, he's got a YouTube channel. Highly recommend you go and subscribe. He sent me this watch as a gift, and on the back he engraved 2 million subscribers because it was just when I hit 2 million subscribers. Absolutely amazing. So that's the story on this. Thanks again, Grant.
I ended up getting myself some earrings. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought these earrings. I don't know, maybe because it was real, but I think regardless, I could have just went to any store and bought earrings and people would have thought they were real anyway. So bad investment. You guys should put that, like when I say the bad investment, you guys should put the boo thing in the background.
That's true. I mean, here's the thing. At that level of wealth, I have to say, he could wear like a fake Rolex, fake jewelry, whatever. People would think it's real because they would never assume that he would buy a fake because he could afford the real thing. Just goes to show you, he could get away with it and no one would bat an eye.
When you got drafted, obviously it's a big celebration. You know, you're going to the NFL. Did you take everyone out to dinner? Like, was there a rookie dinner with your teammates?
Never done anything except get the quarterback room snacks. So whatever they wanted, I had to do. I think that's what all the rookies had to do. They had to get whatever their room wanted. So that's what we had to do.
Gosh, he's awesome. He's awesome. You always hear the stories of these guys that are like, what will you do?
Well, yeah, we went out to Nobu and everyone got as much food as they could. We got this 10,000 bottle of Dom Perignon and then they said I had to pay the bill and it was $40,000.
Why? Why? He's normal. He's surprisingly just down to earth. He's good with money. I bet he's just got really good parents. He's got really good parents that instilled in him early on the value of money. He's not going to waste it.
Any other big purchases you can remember?
Yeah, I ended up buying a house. This is where we're at. We're doing this at my house. And then I also ended up getting gym equipment for my garage. It was about 30. I would say it's about 30.
Good for him. You know what? I bet that gym pays for itself so many times over every time he uses it. It's part of his work. I bet the whole thing was a write-off. So I want to know how much the house is though.
So gym equipment, 30 grand. So I don't have enough money to show here, but this represents 1.5 of the house.
165. Where does he live? Where does he live? Where does Tua live? I bet it looks like Florida to me. I don't know why. Ha! I was right. I was right. Miami, Florida. Miami, Florida. 6 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, a pool on a lake. I don't know why. It looked like the background looked like Florida, especially at that price range. Florida, no state income tax. He's smart.
Well, aside from what I've spent and what I've saved, I'm involved also in a charitable foundation. So I teamed up with Fox Sports. In conjunction with my documentary, they are willing to donate $111,111 to Boys and Girls Club of my hometown, which is Eva Beach in Alabama.
Oh yeah, speaking of charity, by the way, I have these cards up on eBay right now. These are the cards I pulled, the first edition base shadowless Pokemon cards that Logan Paul unboxed on his channel. And I'm putting these up, well, they're already up on eBay. And 100% of those proceeds go back to the National Alliance on Mental Illness. So if you're interested in that, you can also pick up the cards from me in person. And if that's the case, I'll take you out to coffee. It's on me. But yeah, 100% of those proceeds end up going back to charity. So if you guys are interested in that, the link to that is also down below in the description. We got a lot of links in the description where you can also get 2 free stocks. So you got a lot to do, but it's all worth it. It's all free stuff.
I can't really say, save your money. You're gonna do whatever you want with your money, to whoever I'm speaking to. But like everyone says, be smart with your money, but, have fun at the same time. So, enjoy, but also be smart with your money.
That's awesome. There's not one thing in here that I could, oh yeah, there is. The Escalade. The Escalade is the only thing where I'm like, dude, just don't get a new Escalade. Get a used one. Honestly, I'd cap, if you're gonna buy an Escalade, If you're gonna buy one, cap it at like 40 grand. $40,000 gets you basically the same Escalade for half the cost. But besides that, he's done everything right. There's really nothing I can complain about. He's making 50 million bucks over 4 years. Probably, we'll call that, I would say maybe 20 million to him after expenses, after taxes, maybe more like 18, 20 million over, he's set for life. Set for life, this guy. He's just got to play his cards right, and he will never have to work another day in his life. And he's honestly a really good example of exactly what to do, especially if you're in his situation. Guys, this is how you do it. I love the video. So with that said, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Make sure to destroy the subscribe button and the notification bell. Also, feel free to add me on Instagram. I post there pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there, as in the podcast, the Iced Coffee Hour, new episodes being posted every single Sunday. And this Sunday, we have Andre Jick. So for those that want to see Andre Jick, Sunday, yeah, subscribe to that. And don't forget, if you're in the US and you want a really cool bank account, use the link down below in the description, and Yada Bank gives you the chance to earn all the way up to $10 million. The way it works, they give you one ticket for every $25 you save, and if you want to bonus 100 tickets into the next drawing next week, use the link down below in the description. Sign up. I highly recommend it. In fact, I was one of their early investors, so I'm just cool little plug right there. I'm really excited about it. So for anyone who has not tried that yet, link is down below in the description. Let me know what you think. And lastly, get your 2 free stocks down below in the description. Weevil is going to be giving you 2 stocks when you deposit $100 on the platform, with both of those stocks potentially worth all the way up to $1,600. So if you want those 2 free stocks, use the link down below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.